Okay, so in response to Bret Contreras' recent video about the poll results for his poll that he ran on his blog regarding whether or not he should continue to post pictures of glutes, I think that was the title. I don't think it was any more specific than that. Just whether or not the glute pictures he was posting and companion to the little blog entries he does, whether or not those were offensive, because apparently he was having people object to them. I have seen objections to Contreras, a multitude of them, different types, objections to his messages, some objections to the visual content on the site, other objections that are more like ad hominem. I think what happened with that poll is that there was an overwhelming response of no, the pictures are fine. And you know, I leave it for anybody to judge, because really this is just a personal response to objectification of the body, and most people are so used to that shit that it isn't something that kind of makes them think twice. And I think that's what I want to just talk about for a second here, okay? I have no problem with people who use images for, you know, kind of self-enjoyment. Why don't we put it that way? That's fine. That's what the internet is for. There's a lot of it on there. But I really do want to point out that when you post pictures of women in sexually suggestive poses that are ostensibly glorifying glutes, and don't post pictures of men in sexually suggestive poses that are ostensibly glorifying glutes, you have a schism that some people find objectionable. Some people find to be propagating the issues regarding objectification in the media of women. There really is a problem when we can look at those sexualized images of women and have everybody say, no, these are normal, I don't know why everybody's getting something up their ass about them, and then have a total paucity of such images of men and say that everything's okay. Because if there were pictures of men in you know, provocative poses on Bret's site, not only would the tenor regarding all of this be totally different, I mean, you'd probably have a meltdown among his male readership on it. So I just want to point out, because I went through, I don't read his blog, why the hell would I? I mean, sorry, but kind of based on this sort of thing, I don't need to get my fitness information, I hate using the word fitness, but I will here. I don't need my fitness information dosed with a bunch of misogynistic crap. So I will go elsewhere when I'm looking for good scientific information regarding methodology towards strength training. But, you know, I did go through his blog to a certain extent, and so the thing is, the people who might counter my argument will say, oh, there's pictures of men on there. So mostly what that is if it's not a picture of some guru that he's referencing, and usually not a picture of that guru's ass, it's probably a picture of athletes in performance, which I have much less of an objection, using that word a little bit too much here, too, okay? If you've got a bunch of dudes out on a lineup and they're like starting their sprint race, that's awesome. If you have a woman who's pole vaulting and she's got her ass in the air, that's awesome, because she is pole vaulting and you're taking a picture of her performing an athletic feat. I didn't find any pictures of men doing a little pose. I didn't. Now, did I spend 2 hours going through every single pose? No. Am I going to spend another 4 minutes and 30 seconds talking about this? No, because I have better things to do. But I really, honestly, like, to those of you who are like, oh, everybody just has something up their ass on this one who's objecting to Contreras' use of these images, I just want to point out that there is a total inequality there. And honestly, yes, there is a problem with posting more images of women in sexually suggestive positions and not doing the same to men, because there is overwhelming inequality in how much women are subjected to being objectified in that way. I mean, I am not going to stand for it being like normalized anymore. You know, when I see stuff like this, I'm going to speak out. That is the problem with the poll, the foundation of why Bret even posted this poll in the first place. We find it totally normal for there to be very explicit references to women's bodies in a sexual context. We can't handle having a dude in, I don't know, a Speedo, if he's not posing in a show. Even if he had pictures of a guy posing in a Speedo for whatever, some bodybuilding show, there would probably be issues from the male audience, like judging from what I see online in response to such scantily clad men from male audience a lot of times. So it's just ridiculous. You know, do whatever you want. It's your blog. I don't give a shit. You're not gonna read mine. But I'm gonna speak out. I'm gonna point this out. It's bullshit. If you really glorify glutes, if you love them so much, what about male glutes? I mean, you know you have male readers who are probably building theirs and using your tips to do that. So if you love them and you just want to celebrate them, why in the hell do you not have some guy posing with his ass sticking up in the air, maybe even with like a bunny tail tacked on it? Why don't you go for that? You know, just to even things out. Go for it. I'm serious. Like, if you're watching this, Bret Contreras, put that on your website. And then I will have no issue with you posting a bunch of women and their asses, not in athletic contexts, on your blog. Thanks, that's it.